Ross Skeate joins us from Durban today. How's it going, Roscoe?
Doing good. How are you doing?
All right, thanks, boss. Nice to catch up with you. Listen, I'm going to tell you, because I was telling the guys in the studio, and you probably saw me pointing at you and stuff like that, but I had an epiphany. Well, I don't know if it's an epiphany, but something. When I was a kid, okay, and I'm going to say this straight up now. When I was a kid, I went to a Catholic school, all right, De La Salle College. There, I've gone and said it, all right, and I'm proud of it. I went to De La Salle College. Yeah, and we used to have a catechism class, and we used to get these little prayer sheets. And they used to have the caricature of Jesus on the front.
Yeah.
Your picture came up here. I promise you, boss, the picture of you now is exactly the same as the one. I've still got it somewhere at home as well. Exactly the same.
Did it bring back good memories?
Our catechism class wasn't too bad, actually, because I think in those days, half the time, the teachers never pitched, so we used to just sit around and do other homework or something else.
Darren Scott from choir practice, though.
I was in the choir as well, my friend, by the way.
I was also in the choir.
Okay, Johnny. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to ask, did Mel Gibson never ever think of phoning you when he did Passion?
He gave me one or two phone calls when I was busy at the time.
Nice to chat to you, boss. So what's happening? You heading off overseas again?
Yeah, back again. Back to France. Made the decision quite recently, and back to France, I guess. Off to Agen. So different.
You want to change your Twitter account? No, it says Toulon still.
I think I need to change my bio.
Right, yeah. Cool. All right, just tell us how you came to the decision. What was the deal?
I'd been missing Europe and the top 14 for like a while, and although my time here in Durban was amazing and something that I'll always love and cherish, I just felt like it was time for something new. Needed a change in my life, and this.
So I mean, as you say, it was happy times in Durban. There's no unhappiness.
I'm going to be sad to leave some of the boys behind. The supporters here are great. So that's going to be tough. But I need a new challenge, and this is it.
You look much better in a black jersey than a blue and white striped hooped one, anyway.
I've been told that a lot lately, actually. Strange.
All right, so tell us about the love affair with France.
I can't really get enough of France, can you? I don't know. I've been a few times with just the culture, lifestyle, and being in Europe itself is amazing. So I think those are two big things that I've been missing, and I've been looking forward to going back for some time now.
All right, cool. Well, follow your dreams, and that's what it's all about. I've got Kobus Wiese sitting over here as well. You won't be able to see him, but obviously on air, Maz is busy cutting furiously between our cameras here. But one thing, I mean, a lot of the rugby guys, Kobus, as you did, get a job at Supersport. One thing we can say about Ross is he'd never get a job as a cameraman at Supersport.
Nah.
Why is that? I'm feeling seasick watching you. Are you on an iPad? What are you on?
No, that's awful.
Just making Simon feel good about his tuna classic ride trip next week.
He's probably out on the boat fishing.
Where is that your?
Catching some weight.
Oh, there we go. Where is that? Is that home?
That is home. Yeah.
Just go a little bit there. What is Attack of the 50-Cent Woman? How B grade? A 50-foot woman. How B grade is that movie?
That is very B grade. But good memories.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Did you put it in your day?
Is it? I don't even know if I'm brave enough to ask you what it was about.
Nah. I think the title says it all.
All right, cool. Kobus?
Ross, yeah, I mean, France, I played there as well. I agree with you. I think it's a great experience, not only on the field, as I'm sure you've noticed that the guys play a very passionate brand of rugby there in, amongst the forwards as well. But off the field, it's a great country. I mean, I just love the way they eat their bread and their cheese and drink their wine and socialise. So I can understand you going back there.
Yeah, you can't get enough of a culture like that. It's so relaxed, often on and off the field, which is nice. And it's just, like rugby affords you the opportunity to travel and, just being in a very amazing environment while you're doing it. So I couldn't refuse, having the chance to do it again.
So it's got nothing to do with the fact that you might be grumpy that Beast is doing circus tricks with Bresler and not you.
He's cheating on me. I'm not happy about it.
What is the story with him and Bresler now? 3 times in 2 games.
3 times. I don't know. I think they're doing it for the cameras now. They're doing it for the cameras now. They're trying to get all show off. I'm starting to show off. I don't know.
He's just showing how strong he is, and he is a strong man as well. What do you think of the box performance on the weekend?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was good. It's first up to get a win. First up to get a win, and I was very proud of some of the younger boys. Like I thought, he had a really good debut first up. And so I think so. From that point of view, I really enjoyed it.
Good, but you know the amazing thing is, and Roscoe, you can comment on this as well. We talk, and I mean, I probably heard you guys, and we probably had conversations at times where we were talking about, geez, where's our next scrum half going to come from? And I think we were also talking about who's going to replace Victor and Buckies. And this might have been 2 years ago. Now suddenly, if you look at all the locks that are available, I mean, Heineke, he can't make up his mind who he wants to pick. He's got so many guys there. It's amazing how in South African rugby, suddenly these guys come through, and from being worried about who's going to fill spaces, suddenly we've got all this talent available again.
And great talent. I mean, not even talking about
the loose forwards.
The loose forwards.
Marcel,
I mean, we can probably dot down 10, 12 names now that can play for South Africa tomorrow with great distinction. There's no doubt. I mean, people are moaning about Brousseau not being in the field. Yes, he's a great player, but Marcel could see, and he's such brilliant form. He deserves to get a nod, and he played well as well. So there's so many guys that can play front row, hooker. How many good hookers are there? Strauss on the bench is as good and as great a season in a difficult side. He's also a natural born leader. So so much talent. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, and the loose forwards, I think, is one you mentioned, Marcel, and there's also guys like Sia Kolisi that have suddenly come through as well. When you see these guys start out, you go, shame, you've got no hope of getting in there because there's just so many guys queuing up for the box side, and next thing you look and these guys are in the side and there's other guys queuing up behind them, Ross.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. For my trips overseas, you can just see as a country, we just churn out buckets loads of talent. It's actually insane. Like talent that comes out of all of the country is amazing. That's why we have guys queuing up in every position. We'll never be short. Although at the time it's like you mentioned the Bington bucket thing. At the time it was the questions on everyone's lips. Every year there's youngsters coming through and putting their hands up.
So when you were younger, obviously, how old were you when Kobus played in '95 when you played in the World Cup?
I think I was 13.
Yeah. Were you there? Yeah. Did you go to any of the games?
No, I was in Cape Town. I caught the opening game, the box Australian game when Peter Hendricks scored in the corner, and then caught one or two games during the course of I watched Jonah run over Mike.
Wasn't that beautiful?
That English was amazing. I love that game.
John Wallen's friend.
I was sitting at home and watched the final. That amazing victory.
Did you watch the Cape Town game in Cape Town at the stadium?
Yeah.
Do you realize how many people, and I like to ask people this now, especially current players and other people, who was at that game? Because they caught Bob on camera in that game before the game started. They got him with his face painting. He was tweeting in those days as well, but how many of the players today were actually sitting in different parts of the stadium? You realize who was actually there at that game?
Well, Bob fell out of his mum's tummy tweeting. I mean, it's not nothing new, but anyway.
No,
but it's like an old story that famous Irish victory. The Newlands probably takes 50,000 people, but if you ask Oaks now, there were 50 million.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that number 6 jersey that Madiba wore that day. I've seen at auction that one and only jersey 12 times.
12 only?
12 times.
I've been 14 times where that Franco personally signed that very one only.
That's amazing. But great memories. So Ross, can you do us a favour? When you leave?
Yeah. About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. Where's it? Bucky's is at Toulon, right?
Yeah.
He's gone there.
Yes, he is.
We spoke to him, I think, in our first or second week here, and he did promise that next time we Skyped him over there, he would do it in a pink Bulls jersey. If we get a pink Bulls jersey to you, Bucky's Buerta size, would you drop it, or because you'll obviously bump into him there? So
yeah, definitely. At some stage, I'll deliver it firsthand.
Okay, we'll organise to get it down to Durban, and then just let Bucky's know when you give it to him. Oh, this is from Ballz Radio. We're going to it's our next Skype call.
Just wrap it in Bolton, you'll wear it.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing you wearing one of those. That'll be quite an interesting sight. Roscoe, all the best for your travels, boss. You say you leave next week, eh?
Yeah, in about 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time. Simon?
Are you still playing a lot of basketball, Ross?
Not as much as I'd like to, but I'll definitely try to pick up some more when I'm over there. I missed the game quite a bit.
Yeah.
I remember Ross at school. I think, how many kgs have you put on? You must have put on about at least 20 kgs because you were quite scrawny at school.
Hold on.
Tall and skinny, I think.
Yeah, you were.
Sorry, I always forget when Simon does his Cape Town school bonding thing. I've got to play the Cape Town school bonding music because he tells us anyone that went to Paul Roos.
But he didn't. Ross went to Sax.
But you went to Sax.
Yeah.
How tall are you, by the way?
Me and Monty.
Monty as well, yes.
Yeah, Monty was still there. He was standing at 9. I think Ross passed him.
I think Monty's still there now. How tall are you?
Just over 2 meters.
2 meters.
Yeah, he was the star basketball player at school.
You should have gone over to the States and tried for the NBA, boss.
Yeah, there was a decision in my career whether to go rugby or basketball, and then I just chose to go rugby. I had a few, ironically enough, I had a few offers to go to the States and play some college ball, but I decided to be a rugby player instead.
There we go. Well, we're glad you did. This is Nicole. She's actually been spying at you out of the side of the studio here, so she's been keeping an eye on Ross Skeate. Hey, listen, boss, nice to chat to you, and all the best for your travels.
Thanks,
and
yourself.
and maybe we'll catch up with you sometime when you're over into Toulon.
Don't forget to get that pink jersey to me for Bucky's.
It'll be on its way to you before the end of the week, boss. We wouldn't want to miss that. Thanks, bud.
Cheers, Ross.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye. Ross Skeate, nice guy, joining us from Durban before he heads off to Toulon to go and join Bucky's Porter over there.
Go all the way. I think he might. Brilliant!
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on ballz.co.za.